The economic hardships have led many here to rue the end of Soviet rule.
Who is Lenin? Lenin is communism. Who is Lenin? Lenin is an absolute prophet who said that people should all live well. I think Lenin was the best person, the cleverest person, the most idealistic person, the most human person. That was Vladimir Ilyich Lenin.
Did you get a feeling that people here were much better off under the Soviet Union? There must be some regret, really, that the Soviet Union ever collapsed.
For us, it was really good time. And with breakup of Soviet Union, if any of the former countries gained, like, with independence, we just lost almost everything which we had, what we had. So for us, it was real tragedy.
The Soviet days are remembered as the good times, but there is an emerging national Tajik identity, as we discovered at a celebration of the ending of the Civil War. Why have they only got Bollywood stars there?
Because, see, these stars, Indian movies are very popular with our people. And most of the people know all these stars.
And do you have many cinemas here?
Oh yeah, but in all cinemas, mostly right now, you can only watch the like Bollywood movies. That's it, because
they don't show films from
no,
America.
Right now, no, because they're so expensive. You need to buy them,
Western culture hasn't hit Tajikistan yet, and that includes pop music. Noor took us to meet the man currently at the top of the Tajik charts. Gamin Zavkibekov's band, which includes his son, have seen their record sales rocket since the Soviet Union collapsed. The atheist Soviet system banned religious ceremonies where these old instruments were played. Musicians were even afraid to play them at funerals.
When the soul leaves the body after someone dies, they would sing about how the soul is sent to heaven. It's traditional to sing about that on these occasions, but some people were afraid of playing these instruments.
They will just perform for you just some folkloric music.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
But they are part of that famous group, okay, which is top of the charts.
So they're a chart-topping group.
Yes,
this is like a top of the pops for Tajikistan.
Yeah, exactly,
As we're travelling up into the mountains, we're passing a number of small villages, and we've gone through the suburbs of Dushanbe. And there are, I have to say, there's a suspiciously large number of spanking new houses. What do we call those people who own those houses? What were you just saying?
New Tajiks.
New Tajiks.
Like new Russians. New business. A legal business or not, we don't know,
No, but we can hazard a guess.
Yes, you're right.
I'm quite concerned about the future for Tajikistan, whether it's going to be able to claw its way back from becoming a narco-state, because that's one of the principal sources of income for the country, if not the major income. More expensive cars went past, and then a convoy led by General Kasimov a former warlord who controlled this area during the Civil War.
The first car was his, you know, Jag, the newest Jag.
The brand new white Jaguar.
Exactly.
What does he do now?
He's right now actually president of Football Federation of Tajikistan. And at the same time, he's one of the commanders of Ministry of Interior.
Who owns the car? The government?
No, that's private car. Oh, that general.
Our driver was reluctant to discuss drugs or politics, but he had no such reservations when it came to British comedy.
Good comedy, huh? Mr. Bean.
You like me?
Yes, very good. Because I'm joking driver. I'm joking man. I like this joking.
You are Mr. Bean?
Russians coming to London.
Yes.
For them it's like retreat, you know.
Hello, hello,
London,
hello.
Have some fun. Yeah.
Another honest Tajik businessman passes by on his way to work.
Tajikistan is, you see, is water, river. Very clean. Beautiful, fantastic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Not what I expected at all. One of the most impressive mountain ranges in the world outside Nepal. Amazing trekking here. And of course nobody comes here because they think it's a war zone. This is our driver, Jackie Chan. Now where was the one you just showed me? More worryingly, this is also our driver.
Good.
Who do you look like?
Good.
The little moustache. I'm not saying, but he himself said he looked a little bit like a certain German leader from the 1930s and 40s. Where is this?
It's India.
India?
2 times I'm going to India.
And this?
It's mine.
Who was this? Who is this?
My friend.
Who is this? Why have you suddenly got embarrassed about that? Come back with a photo. Tajikistan is about 93% mountainous. So everybody lives, or most people live on that just 7% that's flat ground. But the rest of it is like this, just stunning, gorgeous scenery. But the stunning scenery also causes huge problems. The mountains are virtually impossible to patrol, and as a result, bandits and smugglers have operated here for centuries. It's really hot. This really must be the last low-level snow in this range. What's that?
I shot him.
The Red Army scored a direct hit which went down my back. Or rather down the back of my trousers. In the 1980s, Noor fought in the Soviet Red Army in Afghanistan against the Western-backed Mujahideen and men such as Osama bin Laden, the very people the West are now battling across the whole region.
Looks like absolutely like in Afghanistan. For example, you also can go with your team, you know, searching for Mujahideens over there, and they can just sit over there and just observe you and just start, you know, shooting at you.
You'd never know they were there.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole problem for the Red Army, wasn't it?
Yeah, how can you understand where are they? See if there are some trees or whatever, even the rocks. And when they start shooting, it's like echoing, you know, and you can't understand where from they're shooting.
Can you imagine having to try and fight in this terrain?
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Yeah. And this is the problem the Americans are having really in northern Afghanistan now with
yes, exactly.
locating Al-Qaeda
Exactly.
and the remnants of the Taliban.
Exactly.
Because when these guys get into this sort of terrain, that how would you track them down?
And there are so many caves.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can see several over there. What division did you serve with?
In Afghan division.
Did your division suffer heavy losses?
Almost every, division or every group suffered losses.